Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I'm your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And this coming weekend is the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in theaters, so I thought, let's go back to the A-List Vault, where I'm gonna re-release my review of the original film, Sonic the Hedgehog. So let's go back and see what I thought of that before checking out the new film. My review of the 2020 adventure comedy, Sonic the Hedgehog, coming up now. Sonic, the extraterrestrial blue hedgehog who moves at supersonic speed, finds himself in danger on his own planet. His caretaker, Longclaw the Owl, sends him to Earth via a bag of magical gold rings that allow him to transport from planet to planet. After spending a decade secretly living in a small town in Montana, Sonic causes a blackout which causes the government to get involved. And they call in scientific genius Dr. Robotnik to investigate. When Sonic ends up losing his rings through a portal in San Francisco, he finds himself asking for help from his local hero, the town sheriff, Tom, to take him to San Fran so he can find the rings and hop off to another planet. Tom agrees, but the two soon find Dr. Robotnik on their tail. So what did I think of Sonic the Hedgehog? I thought it's a charming and enjoyable family adventure film. The film was pushed back from a release last fall so they could redo the horrifying original CGI on Sonic that we had seen in the trailers. I think the new animation looks great and much more like the famous video game character than the original did. I'm a rather casual fan of the character as I played the first 3 games on Sega Genesis as a kid and felt that they did the icon justice here. We see his early origin story and see how certain things came to be, such as how he got his sneakers. There's a number of cool action sequences throughout, including some fun chases and a big-time showdown between Sonic and Robotnik. The humor can be hit and miss, there's some gags that are quite clever and laughs for the whole family. Of course, along with that, it's not above shoving in some unneeded potty humor and fart jokes. It also throws in some pop culture references that most likely won't age well, some of which are actually already old. Of course, Jim Carrey gets a lot of the laughs, as his hysterical humor plays well here. The story gives us a lot of the usual road trip movie cliches of going to a bar and rubbing the bikers the wrong way, stuff like that. There's also a lot of predictable moments and a couple things where as soon as something is introduced, we can guess what will happen with it later on. I feel like I can give it some slack, however, considering it's made for the younger crowd. I would have liked to have spent a little more time on Sonic's planet, or a bit more in another dimension before coming to Earth and doing things we've seen many times over. I did like the back and forths between Sonic and Tom, and the friendship between the two becomes rather genuine. The script has some cringe-worthy dialogue and piles on a lot of the eye-rolling family movie lines we've come to expect. There's also a number of unneeded human characters who were there just to be annoying or crack jokes that really add nothing to the story. There's also a couple of mid-credit sequences worth sticking around for. The cast stars Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic, the blue hedgehog from another world with supersonic powers who finds himself on the run from the government. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, the mad scientist searching for Sonic so he can experiment on him. James Marsden as Tom Wachowski, the sheriff of Green Hills that ends up befriending Sonic and takes him on his journey. And Tika Sumpter as Maddie Wachowski, Tom's wife who ends up helping the duo out as well. Sonic the Hedgehog isn't perfect, but it's a fun, harmless family flick and one of the better video game movies around. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of do it. It's a small do it, but a do it nonetheless. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/westtroupealist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter, the Instagram, and Letterboxd at West A-List. Until next time, Troop out.